Welcome to RSFFL Live. This is starting out to a great week 7. We're at the definition of the halfway point of the season. A lot of guys are doing well, but some guys have a lot of work to do. Only time will tell, but hey, guess what? We have a whole another half of the season. There's teams that are going 5-1, teams went 1-5 this half. So ties could definitely turn. So we have a long way to go. But let's get this week started. First, as we always do, let's give a special shout out to all of our sponsors. Title sponsor YPL. Thank those guys for everything they do. We also have those guys over at Aquafina this week. We want you guys to definitely stay hydrated as always. Nike Fuel Band. They're doing wonders for the coaches cadets. I know Team Wood Paws has now adopted Nike Fuel Band with them. Hopefully it'll help them out as well. But we recommend that to all you guys, and a special shout out to the Child's family. The Child's family, for those guys in those late, long Sunday, Monday nights, you're just gonna need a little something to help them rest at night, because I know that a lot of these nights guys are not getting a lot of sleep. But a special shout out to the Child's family for doing everything they do for us this year. We're going to start this show off this week with our the best segment, the most popular segment, the Cellar Dwellers and the High Rollers. Let's start it off positive. Let's start off with the High Rollers. We got a couple of new guys here with the High Rollers this week. I want to send a special congratulations out to the Hen Dog Sushi Smackers. They topped the league this week with 141 points, led by Vernon Davis with 42 points. I know he's been waiting on a breakout performance with Vernon, and I know it's helped him big time against the SWAT Kings this week. Also, #1 receiver in the league, Deshaun Jackson, had a great game, over 20, and top 10 quarterback Aaron Rodgers had another great game, just over 21 points. So congratulations to the Sushi Smackers. Another, I believe it's their first time this year. I know they're excited about this segment. Lynch Mob, congratulations for having 135 points and being a part of the High Roller group this week. He had 2 guys over 30 points. He had Noshawn Moreno and Marshawn Lynch. Looks like his philosophy is they're gonna on the ground. Lynch Mob, on the ground they're gonna these running backs are carrying his team, and they carried him to a high roller performance, even with the 0. But congratulations, Lynch Mob, for everything that you're doing, and I know that that was a big game for you last week to get to 500. Now let's go to the poor old Cellar Dwellers. These guys here. These got 2 guys here are kind of frequent visitors here, so I mean they know the routine. I'm sure the Child's family's been contacted this week. I know these guys have probably had a couple of shots. Let's start off with ground and pound. I mean, they do a lot of talking, but they're here a lot as well. They had 5 guys under 6 points. That's not going to get it done any day of the week. I mean, not even Thanksgiving. It's just not going to get it done. 89 points. I mean, they didn't even break 90. But that's all we'll say about them. Then we'll go to Team Wood Paws. I mean, they're here almost every week, man. I know I had an owner, SWAT King, said that they're just disgusted with what these guys putting on the field each and every week. Not even averaging 100 points. It is disgusting. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. They had 4 guys under 10 points, and only had 1 guy at 20 even. That was his defense. He's got to get better, but he made a trade, and we'll talk about that in a second. And maybe he did get better. We'll see. Now let's take a look at those trades that happened this week. There's some big trades, blockbuster red box deals. We had last weekend. We had the SWAT Kings and all aboard swap a couple players out. SWAT Kings traded Darren Sproles and Jordan Cameron for #2 running back in the league, LaShawn McCoy and Reggie Wayne. It's a big trade on both ways. I mean, I think all aboard got a lot better. And SWAT Kings, I mean, they added a running back who, to go with Matt Forte and Reggie Bush. I mean, they might have the best actually running backs in the league with those 3 guys. But time will tell. But we'll see. All aboard won with the trade. SWAT Kings lost with it last week. But moving forward, we'll definitely see who got the better of that deal. But I think it was a pretty even trade. Then we had the 2 Cellar Dweller teams trading out guys. I mean, 2 bad teams trading players. Well, maybe it helped. Maybe it works. I don't know. But Team Wood Paws traded away Megatron, Calvin Johnson, and Ryan Matthews, and he traded for Jamal Charles. Now, Grind Pound, one great thing that they had going for him was Jamal Charles, best non-quarterback in the league. They traded him away. I don't know. Calvin Johnson's injured. He's underachieving. Ryan Matthews doesn't touch the ball past the 25-yard line. But those 2 guys do have great potential, and it does. He had a weakness at receiver. He added a receiver, so we'll see. He still has Adrian Pearson, so we'll see. Jamal Charles is a guy. They don't have to worry about a guy getting under 20 every week. He's gonna give you 20 plus every week. So hopefully our catapult team would pause, and then some of his receivers can step up instead of just looking at Megatron. So we'll see. Time will tell once again. I mean, I can see it going both ways. I can see it going great for both teams. I can see it going bad for both teams. But, like I said, we'll see. Now let's take a look at the rankings. The Rockstar rankings start at the bottom, number 5, Houston Hustlers. They've got a lot of injuries, man. But they're 4-2, man. They're still winning. I mean, they're 4-2, but they're probably going to have to make some moves if they want to stay in the second half of the season. They want to have another like they had the first half. But we'll see. But congratulations, all aboard. I mean, they're sneaking up these rankings. Overall, they might not have the points, but they're getting better. As you can see with these trades, they're not waiting around for guys to perform. They're going to find guys who are performing and put them on their football team. And, they're getting it done. They had a pretty close to high roller performance last week, and they're moving up these leaderboards. SWAT Kings, number 3. They lost 2 in a row. Still a very, very formidable team. But they've lost 2 in a row, so, that's why they've slid down to number 3. And they have a big, big matchup this week. So hopefully they can get back on track. Number 2, Aaron Foster Care. I mean, they've won 4 games in a row. They're arguably, not even arguably the hottest team in the league, on 4 in a row. We're actually going to have them on in a second in a great interview with them. But they're putting it together and they're rolling right now. And, they're looking to get, the number 1 in the division, number 1 overall, and just make the playoffs and do some damage. And congratulations, Aaron Foster, for just staying the course. The number 1 team, the Coaches Cadets. I mean, Nike Fuel Blend, shout out to us. We're just getting it done. We had a plan. Everything's going according to plan right now. We haven't got punched in the mouth. We're expecting to have some adversity, but as of right now, we're just going to stay the course, and everything's going to plan. But we're ready for something to happen. Coach Cadets, congratulations to us. Now, like I said, we do have a special interview. We'd like to really thank Derek Scott, owner of Aaron Foster Care, of coming on with us today and kind of giving us some insight what's going on in their organization. Just answering a couple of questions. So without further ado, let's bring them on. How's it going today, Derek?
Media, before we start, I would like to first and foremost give thanks to God for letting us come out healthy this weekend. I know there was a lot of injuries around the league, so we want to just give thanks to God for that and continue health throughout the season. Thanks to the fans for staying patient with us through a bad season last year. Only won 4 games. Now you're reaping the rewards of what it takes to be successful as an organization, and we would like to thank you for being there for us. And RSFFL league for making it a great competitive league. We'd like to thank you for that as well. We know down this stretch it will continue to be a successful league. And with that, media, your questions, go ahead.
There we go, Derek. And yeah, we do have a couple of questions for you today. Once again, I want to thank you for coming out. Let's get started, though. My first question I have for you, Derek, is, technical difference. Coach Scott, a month ago you were 0-2. All right, at the bottom of the league. Now 4 weeks later, you've won 4 in a row, tied for first in your division. I mean, it's got to feel good. How does it feel?
4-2 feels great, but this is only the beginning. Area Foster Care is here to stay. We're not taking any team for granted. We're not taking any team lightly. We're going to prepare ourselves through every week to prepare and play our best on the weekend. But again, it does feel great to be 4-2. We are humble. We're going to stay the course, continue to get better. Fight every week we get out there on the field. Being tied for first in this division is truly an honor. But again, we're just going to continue to prepare ourselves to get better every week. We plan on going 5-2 at the end of this week. So yeah, we're here to stay. Not taking any game for granted.
Well, you heard it from him. It feels good for him, but he sounds like he has a great approach as a coach. I think they're going to be there towards if not at the end, towards the end. Last year, your first year, you only had 4 wins the whole season. What's the reason? What do you have to say is the reason for the turnaround this year?
I really don't understand why you're bringing that question up. Yeah, we did only win 4 games last year. We're not happy about it. We wanted to come into this league and make a name for ourselves. But we didn't do anything. We didn't do none of that. We were known cellar dwellers. But this is a new season, new year. We always look for the future. We're looking to do better this year. We already started on a great foot. We're going to continue the success, and we have to just attribute that to great coaching, great scouting, being in the copycat league. we went out and got those guys who did great on teams last year. So, those are some of the things that led to our success. So we're here to stay with it. All right.
You heard that? He didn't like that too much. We were apologizing. We just asked you a question, man. You don't have to get all jumpy at us. But last thing now, I think everybody really wants to know this. Now, do you have a quarterback controversy? I mean, you have 2 top 10 passers, with Matthew losing his top target, and his second target is probably out for a couple of weeks. What's your take on it? I mean, is there a controversy going on in Buckhead? I mean, what's going on?
Well, over here in the AFC, we don't like to call it controversy. We like to call it great competition. Matty Ice has done everything great for our team. He hasn't done anything to lose his starting job. But Jay Cutler has done everything to earn his starting job. So, it's going to be a great competition this week. They're going to go out there and compete against one another and make it best that win. We're going to put the best player on the field like we do each and every week to help us prepare and beat our competitor, who is, I think they know Susie Smacker. I think that's what they call him. Don't really know. Could be wrong. Don't really matter. But, so no controversy, just great competition over here at AFC.
Well, there you heard it. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Derek Scott, for coming out this week and interviewing with us. Good luck to you this weekend for the rest of the season. Now let's finish up the show here. I'm going to do a new segment this week. Since we're halfway through the season, who's in and who's out? Of the 4 teams currently out the playoffs, who do I think who's going to sneak in and make it? And of the 8 teams that are in right now, who's not going to make it? First thing we'll say who's in. I mean, 4 teams currently out right now. You got Team Wood Paws. You got Picasso Baby. They say who the Hindal Susie Smackers. I think of those 4 teams, I think Hindal Susie Smackers are going to sneak in there. They're getting better. They got a top player, the receiver, tight end, and quarterback. I mean, that's a good formula. Three top 5 players at each position. And who's out? Ground and pound, man. I think they just traded away their best player of the year. I mean, their best player who's been the most consistent. And I don't think, they added Calvin Johnson, but they lost Jamal. And then Ryan Matthews, he's good. But we'll see. Time will tell. But that's just my opinion right now. I think Ground and Pound is going to be out. Now, really quickly, we have a couple of minutes left. Let's take a look at our matchups for this week. I think this might be the biggest, as far as the best games. I think there's going to be a lot of close games, a lot of teams with buys or injuries, then teams up and coming. So we'll see. First of all, I got Team Wood Paws and Coach Cadets. And we're not going to predict that game. We know that Team Wood Paws is going to bring their best effort. They just traded for Jamal Charles. So it's going to be a good game. We'll see. Hopefully we come out on top. Lynch Mob, Houston Hustlers. It's going to be a really tough game, man. I mean, Houston has some injuries. Julio's out. DeMarco Murray's out. Owen Downs is out. But they're still got a good team, man. But Lynch Mob has a few injuries as well. But we'll see. I mean, this was tough, man. Tough. But I am going to get an edge to Lynch Mob just because, Houston's playing a lot of backups. Even though the backups are good, I'm going to get an edge to Lynch Mob. I think it's going to be a really close game. Next game we'll look at is going to be the SWAT Kings and the Camp Creek Cartel. Huge game. Huge game. SWAT Kings lost 2 in a row. Camp Creek Cartel's 2-4, man. 2-5. Whew, it's going to be tough. But I think they're a good enough team to, to get the job done. But, I'm going to give the edge to SWAT Kings, man. They've lost 2 in a row. I think they're really going to, come back and have a really good week this week. But it's going to be a good game. Good luck to both of you guys. They say who that and Ground and Pound. Another tough matchup. Who that needs this win, but they got buys. Drew Brees and Daenerys Moore out. Roddy White's probably going to be out. I got to go with Ground and Pound here. Got to go with Ground and Pound here to get back 4-3, and who that needs this win though. But I think Ground and Pound's going to get this win this week. Picasso Baby and all aboard. We had I think Picasso Baby has a perfect storm here. Although I think they're struggling this year, they got 1 bye, but I think with Randall Cobb being out, Vic being hurt, Sproles being out, I think this is his time to really step up here and get a victory. So I'm gonna go with Picasso Baby on the upset here. In the last game here, we got Aaron Foster carrying Hindog Susie Smackers. Huge game. We got Hindog 2-4, Aaron Foster 4-2. No buys, no injuries. Tough call here. Man, I think this is probably going to be the game of the week here. We got a high roller and then the number 2 team in the league. I'm going to have to go with, as we're ending the show, I'm going to go with Aaron Foster Care to win this game, man. I think Hen Dog's going to have a great rest of the season. But we're running out of time here. Good luck to you guys this week. I know homecoming's next week. We have a special edition. We'll see you guys. Good luck to everybody except Team Wood Balls.